Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents a very late edition of Inside Pitch. The 1961 season is on the air, although a little bit on the late side. I still wanted to get this game in, and I'm going to do it. Today's date is August 26th, 1961. We are at Busch Stadium for a game between the San Francisco Giants and the St. Louis Cardinals. The Giants come into this game in first place in the National League. They are 72-49. The Cardinals at this moment, however, are 4.5 back of the Reds for fourth place, and the Milwaukee Braves are ahead of them in fifth. This is pretty much a do-or-die game for the Cardinals, as they really do need to win tonight to really, again, to try to have some hope for a playoff spot in the National League. And yes, Mr. Reynolds, I am late tonight. I had to take care of something, and I still wanted to get this game in. Probably will not do it the normal way. I'll probably just play this as almost like a quick play. And we'll just get the game in there. But, of course, we'll still do it the normal way. No rules, any differences and changes and such. So we're going to have a late night game tonight here on Inside Pitch. I also watched some great college football today. So normally I would have started this game anyway at 7, but I wasn't home. I got home only about an hour and a half ago. Decided to watch the rest of Kentucky, Florida, and now we're going to play a little baseball. The Cardinals historically won this game 8-5. Yes, I know, Mr. Reynolds. I just love watching college football. I'm not a Gator fan or anything like that. I just like that. 8-5. The Cardinals had 13 hits and an error. The Giants 10 hits and 3 errors. So we're going to play this game kind of quickly if possible. And just so I can get a game, and of course still including 10-minute ticker for tonight's game. I still wanted to get it in. And Steeler fan joins us here at Busch Stadium, the old Sportsman's Park, as it was known at that time. So without further ado, let's play a little late night baseball. Starting pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals, of course, one of the best ever. Hoot Bob Gibson, 13 wins, 12 losses, save, a 3.24 ERA. He gets the call tonight for the Redbirds. Of course, this is a very young Bob Gibson before he became as we knew him. The Giants, of course, are in first place, but the Los Angeles Dodgers are right behind them. The Dodgers are right now pretty much. Let's see here. I think they're a game and a half back. Let's see. Yeah, they're a game, and they're actually a half game back of the Giants. So anything is possible to see who gets the number 1 seed in the National League. So let's go to the top of the first and let's play some late night baseball. Leading off for the Giants will be second baseman Joey Amalfitano, 255 average, 2 homers, 23 RBIs. We are using red, white, and white dice. Cardinals are the home team. Let's play some very late night baseball. Gibson, 1-5. That is a possible error. Amalfitano, 6-5. That is a ground ball to first. First baseman Bill White has an error rating of 9. That's a 17. He won't make an error. He will make the play, and that will be the first out. 1 down. Next batter, third baseman Jim Davenport, 278 average, 12 homers, 65 RBIs in 61. Nothing wrong with those stats. Gibby will make the pitch. 1-6. That's a blank. Davenport, a 2-4, and he hits one to center field. That is a 4 against a righty. Davenport is going to get himself a single, so he will head to first on a base hit to center. And the Giants get their first base runners on there. Infield a double play depth. Doug Hunt joins us here late night at Busch Stadium. Next up will be the first baseman, Willie Stretch McCovey, 271 average, 18 homers, 50 RBIs. Infield is a double play depth. Davenport had 4 stolen bases, but he's not going anywhere. Gibson, a 1-5, again a possible error. McCovey, 4-2. That's a ground ball to second. That ball is hit to Julian Javier. His error rating is a 10. That's a 13. He won't make an error. So let's see if they turn it. 2-2-3. Shortstop Gramas is 0. A 1-3. It's going to be a double play. And they got it, and that'll retire the side. So a nice job by the Cardinal defense as McCovey hits into the 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Giants. And we will go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the San Francisco Giants tonight, Mike McCormick, 13 wins, 16 losses, a 3.20 ERA, and he is the man for the Giants tonight. As I said, a must-win game pretty much for the Cardinals as they are beginning to run out of games, and they are 4.5 back of fourth place, trailing the Reds, and the Braves are in fifth. Leading off for the Redbirds, second baseman Julian Javier, 279 average, 2 homers, 41 RBIs. McCormick will make the pitch. 3-1, strikeout 5, and he will not get him. Busch Stadium, -1 to strikeouts, +2 to walks. Javier is a 5, but -1 makes him a 4. Javier, 2-1, and he hits a fly ball to left, and that will be out number 1. Next batter, center fielder Curt Flood. Heck of a player. I sometimes wonder why he's not in the Hall. 322 average, 2 homers, 21 RBIs. Flood was an excellent player for the Cardinals that year in 61. Yes, we had lots of huge upsets today there, Brian. McCormick, 4-4, strikeout 17 is high. Flood, 2-6, that's a ground ball to first. That'll get handled by Stretch for the out. 2 men down, and now we'll see left fielder Charlie James. 255 average, 4 homers, 44 RBIs for the Cardinals in 61. McCormick with the pitch. 5-1, strikeout 3, and he will get him. Swing and a miss, struck him out. First strikeout for McCormick. He had 163 of them in 61, so he actually threw some heat. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for the Redbirds. No score after 1. And yes, there were some huge upsets today, but nothing bigger than Marshall beating Notre Dame. When I first saw the rankings for the Irish, I already knew that when they were ranked number 5, I knew they were rated way too high. And even though they gave up a game against Ohio State the week before, but I didn't think they would lose to Marshall at home. If you're a Notre Dame fan, your season is already over. You already start the season 0-2. You're not making no playoffs this year. You can forget it because they are going to lose a couple more games, at least 1 or 2 more later. We go to the top of the second. Gibby gets back on the mound. Leading off for the Giants, center fielder Say Willie Mays. 308 average, 40 homers, 123 RBIs. Sports Time Machine joins us here at Busch Stadium. No, I am not going to go watch the World Baseball Classic. I'm not interested in an exhibition series. Gibson, 3-5. That's at the park. Busch Stadium, 2-4. And that is going to be a ground out to second. That will be the first out. Pretty much playing a quick play version here. Trying to just get the game in. Next batter will be right fielder Orlando Cepeda. He's in right for this game. 311 average, 46 homers, 142 RBIs. Of course, he is a Hall of Famer. Gibby with the pitch. 2-6, and that's a range play. Cepeda, a 5-5. That's ground ball right back to Gibby. Gibby was excellent on that mound. His range is a 5. That's a 4. He'll make the play and throw to first for the out, 2 down. Ground ball back to the pitcher. And, of course, Sports Time Machine, though. I know the finals are set at Lone Depot there, Utah Mike. You are 100% correct. Everyone, check out Utah Mike's great channel. That man knows his stuff. Here is the catcher, Hobie Landreth. He got the catcher call tonight. 239 average, 2 homers, 10 RBIs, and 61. So Gibson will make the pitch. 4-6 against the lefty. That's a blank. Landreth, 2-4, and it's grounded to second, handled by Javier. And that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Gibby. Nothing across as we'll go to the bottom of the second. Puts on exhibitions every night. These are not exhibition games. These are regular season games, Matt. They mean something in this season. Something like that. Leading off for the Redbirds, third baseman Ken Boyer. 329 average, 24 homers, 95 RBIs. And again, I don't know why he's not in the Hall of Fame, yet Harold Baines is. McCormick with the pitch. 5-1, strikeout, 18 is high. Boyer, 6-3, he hits one to center field. That's a 15. Against the lefty, Boyer's going to get himself a triple. Wow, he hits a triple off of McCormick, and he will head to third base as the Cardinals will get a leadoff man 90 feet away. Next batter, first baseman Bill White. 286 average, 20 homers, 90 RBIs. Infield is going to play in. Anything on the strat? That is a 3. The answer is no. McCormick will make the pitch to White. McCormick, 5-3, strikeout 3. He got him, swing and a miss. And that's going to be strikeout number 2 from McCormick, 1 down. That's a big K. Next batter will be the right fielder, Don Tausig. 287 average, 2 homers, 25 RBIs that year. Infield still playing in. Boyer staying where he is. McCormick, 5-3. Strikeout, the 19 is high. Tausig gets the swing. 3-1, that's a base hit to center field. Tausig will get an RBI on that one as he hits it to center. And it's the Cardinals getting on the board first, 1-0. Puts on exhibitions every night. These are regular season games, Steeler fan. Infield goes a double play depth. Next batter for the Cardinals will be the shortstop, Alex Grammas. 212 average and 21 RBIs. Played in about half the games for the Redbirds that year. Anything on the strat? That's a 20. McCormick actually will throw to first. And he got him. Picked him off. McCormick, a pickoff rating 1-8. That's a 4. He gets Tausig, and that's out number 2. Wow, nice play by McCormick to pick off Tausig. 2 outs now with the bases empty. McCormick gets the pickoff, and now he will pitch. No Mets or Astros. You figured it was just an exhibition. I love you. McCormick, 4-6, strikeout 7. That is going to be just a little, that's going to be a little high. 2-2, ground ball, second base. Amalfitano will handle that one, and he will throw to first and retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits for the Cardinals. A big pickoff by Mike McCormick. And after 2, the Redbirds have a 1-0 lead here on the G-Men. Pretty much, as I said, a must-win game for the Cardinals. I hear you can now attempt more steals. They made the bases bigger in 1961. Yeah, like I said, I don't know. It's going to be funny to see how the 2023 baseball set when after next season is released by Chris for Inside Pitch. We go to the top of the third. Leading off for the Giants will be Felipe Alou. He is in left field for this game. 289 average, 18 homers, 52 RBIs. Left field was his best position in 61. Gibby with the pitch, 4-1, range play. Alou, 2-1. That's a ground ball to first. The ball is hit to White. White's range is a 4. That is a 6. It'll get past him, and that's going to be a single for Alou. So he hits one right past White, barely out of his range, but it will be a hit. And Alou goes to first. Infield, a double play depth. And the next batter is the shortstop, Jose Pagan. Always felt he was a solid player in his career. 253 average, 5 homers, 46 RBIs. Alou had 11 stolen bases. That is a 9. He's not going to do anything. Gibson will make a pitch. 2-6, range play. Pagan, 4-6. That ball is hit to left field. That is a 1. Against the righty, that's going to be a single to left, but it's going to be a range play for James. James's range is a 2. He won't get it. It will be a base hit to left field. Alou, a base running rating of 4, single to left, -2, 1-2. Alou will get to third, and he will. Alou, a pretty good speed, and he'll get to third base, and that is a nice hit for Pagan. So now runners at the corners, nobody out, the top of the third. It will bring up the pitcher, Mike McCormick, a 188 average and 4 RBIs. They will let him swing away. Infield will play at, well, I'll tell you, the chances of getting a double play are not that great. They're going to play the infield in. Strategy roll, and that is a 14, nothing happening. Gibby will make the pitch. Gibson, 5-6 against the lefty. That is a blank. McCormick, 6-5. That's a line drive right back to Gibson. That's out number 1. Is there going to be a double play, a 1-4, or a 6? There will be, and there is. The double play is hit to Pagan as Gibson gets a line drive, throws to first to get Pagan, and that is 2 outs. That is an L1-3 twin killing. So McCormick hit it right back to Gibson, and he throws out Pagan at first base. That is an L1-3. Now 2 outs. And now the batter is Amalfitano, and he is 0 for 1. 2 outs now. Infield is now back to normal. Nothing on the 10. Gibson will go ahead and pitch. 5-5. That's a blank. He's not tired. Amalfitano, 4-1. He hits one to center field. That's a 1. And against the righty, Amalfitano is going to hit a double to center. So that'll score Alou easily with an RBI double by Amalfitano. And we're tied at 1. So how big was that line drive double play there by Gibson? That does bring in the run, a line drive double. Nice double there by Amalfitano. And he goes to second. We're tied at 1 here now at Busch Stadium. And next batter is Davenport, and he's 1 for 1. So runner at second base, strategy, 11, no play. Gibson will now make the pitch. Gibson, 6-3, error on a throw. Davenport, 1-5. It's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Boyer. His error rating is a 9. That's a 5, and that's going to be a throwing error to first. Bill White's range is a 4. He will prevent the ball from getting past him, but that's going to be a 1-base error. So that's an error on Boyer. That is an E5. And that allows Amalfitano to go to third. Since White prevented the ball from getting past him, it's only a 1-base error. That is the first error on the Cardinals. They did have an error in the game historically. So the inning will continue as Boyer could not make a straight play. And it will bring up stretch. McCovey is 0 for 1. So now Gibson has to get another batter out here. Runners at the corner, strategy, 8-0 happening. Gibson will make the pitch. 5-4, strikeout, 14, and no. McCovey is a 14, but -1 saves him a strikeout. McCovey, 2-3, but instead he's going to ground it to short anyway. Then Gramis is going to throw to second to get Davenport, and that'll end the inning. 1 run for the Giants on 3 hits and 1 error, and we're tied at 1 going in the bottom of the third. McCormick gets back on the mound. And leading off for the Cardinals will be the catcher, Jimmy Schaefer. Pretty much their backup catcher. Only played about 68 games for the Birds. 255 average, a homer, and 16 RBIs. Tied at 1 now, bottom of the third inning. McCormick, 3-3 against the righty. That's a home run result. Schaefer needs a 4 or lower. The 12 is high. Schaefer, 5-5, but he does get a base hit past third, and he'll get a leadoff single. So nice job by Schaefer. Here comes the pitcher, Bob Gibson. 197 average, 10 RBIs. Gibson really not a good bunter. Infield is going to be in double play depth. I don't think I'll send him on a bunt. That is a 4. It doesn't come up. So Gibson's going to swing away. McCormick with the pitch. McCormick, 3-5. Home run chance. And against the righty, though, that's a 0. So Gibson's not going to get one that way. 4-6. He hits a grounder to first. Let's see if they get the double play. 3-3-3. Let's see here. Shortstop, Pagan, -1. So a 1-2, it's a double play, and they don't get it. It's a grounder to first, and picked up there by McCovey. The only play he has is to get Gibson, and Schaefer will go to second on the 6. So the runner moves up, and now here's Javier. Javier is 0 for 1. Good to have you guys here for some late night baseball. Try to get the game in here. Strategy roll. That is an 11. Nothing happening. McCormick, 6-1. That's at the park. Busch Stadium, 6-5. And once again, a blank. Another rare play. So rare play men on. 25. Catcher attempts to pick off lead runner. Resolved by checking catcher error rate. If error, he throws into the outfield. All runners advance 1 base. If no error, runner picked off. So resolved by checking the catcher error rate. Well, the catcher for the Giants is Landreth. His error rating is an 18. And that is a 3. And that is going to be... And that's going to be an error. So the outfield, all runners will advance 1 base on the rare play. So that's going to be an error on the catcher, Landreth, as he throws that into the outfield, trying to pick off Schaefer at second. And that'll move him over to third. And that's going to be the first error on the Giants. The Giants had 3 errors in this game historically. As Philip Reynolds says, he got me on the big screen. Like I always say, I know I've made the big time when I'm on the big screen. Now with the runner at third base, the infield's going to come in, and they will do it again. Strategy roll. That is a 14. McCormick will stay there. Or actually, Schaefer will stay there. McCormick, 1-6. Range play at the park. Busch Stadium, 3-5. That's a single to right. It's a range play for Cepeda. Yeah, I tell you, his range was horrible that year. His range is a 1. He ain't getting it. That's going to be a single to right. Javier will go to first. Schaefer will score. Cardinals retake the lead 2-1. Stadium cheers. Yay! An RBI single by Javier. And the Redbirds retake a 2-1 lead now. And still 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd. Next batter is Flood. Flood is 0 for 1. Infield double play depth. Javier at 11 stolen bases. That is a 16. Nothing happening. Flood could bunt, but he won't. McCormick will make the pitch. McCormick, 4-3. Strikeout, 11 is high. Flood, a 2-1. That's a base hit right past the pitcher. That'll be a single for Flood. Javier, great speed, base running rating of 5. Not a problem. He'll make third on that one. And now the Cardinals are in business with another base hit, this time by Flood. Here comes James. James is 0 for 1. Infield is going to play a double play depth. Cardinals have a 2-1 lead here against the Giants. In the game, as I said, the Cardinals really need to win. They cannot afford any more losses, really, as their chances for the playoffs are beginning to disappear. Strategy roll, and that is an 18, nothing happening. McCormick will pitch. 2-3, strikeout, 12. That's too high. James, a 5-1. That's a fly ball to center field. That's going to be caught for the out. James, a sacrifice fly rating of 2. Will not bring in Javier that way. Javier, great speed, though. Great speed. Javier, a base running rating of 5. Right fielder Cepeda actually has a +1 arm. That's a 6. There's not going to be a throw. Javier is going to come in on a sacrifice fly anyway, and it's now 3-1 Cardinals. So a sacrifice fly to right, and Javier will score. Flood stays at first. There are now 2 outs. And now the batter is Boyer. Boyer got a triple his first time up. Flood on at first. That's nothing on the strat. McCormick will pitch to Boyer. McCormick, 2-1. Home run result against the lefty. Boyer needs a 7. That's a 3. Boyer made up for the error. Kaboom! High, deep, and gone. Home run, Ken Boyer. So Boyer has a triple. Now he has a 2-run bomb. And he'll score Flood, of course. And it is now 5-1 Cardinals. Stadium cheers. Yay! So McCormick goes ahead and pitches Boyer a meatball, and he turns that into lasagna with no trouble at all. Next batter is White. White is 0 for 1. Still 2 outs, bottom of the third. Cardinals already with a 5-1 lead. McCormick, 6-4 against the lefty, strikeout plus, and it's a 5 or a 15. It doesn't matter. That's going to be called strike 3 on White, and he is out of there. And that is strikeout number 3 for McCormick, and the side is retired. But the Cardinals get themselves 4 runs on 4 hits. 4 runs on 4 hits. And, yep. And they have a 5-1 lead after 3. I normally take a station break, but we are going to skip past that. We're going to go right to the top of the 4th. So Cardinals lead 5-1. They did historically win this game 8-5. So I expect the Cardinals to get some runs tonight. Gibby back on the mound for the Redbirds. Here is Say Hey, Willie Mays. Mays is 0 for 1 to start the top of the 4th inning. Gibson will make the pitch. 4-3, strikeout 11, that's high. Mays, a 4-6, and Mays leads off with a double to center field. So well struck ball by Mays. And now the Giants are looking to try to get some runs back. Next up is Cepeda. Cepeda 0 for 1. Infield is normal. Anything on the strat? Nope. Cepeda is going to go ahead and hit away. Bob Gibson. He's my number 3 in my all-time rotation. Bob Gibson, most intimidating pitcher in baseball history. Gibson, 4-5 against a righty. Strikeout 9, and he will not get him. Cepeda, 4-3. He hits one to right field. That is a 15, and against the righty, that's going to be a little too high. It'll be a fly out to right. Mays, a base running rating of 4, fly to right, -1. Tausig, a 0, 1-3. Mays goes to third, and he does. It's deep enough, and Mays will take third on the fly out, 1 down. Next up is Landreth. Landreth 0 for 1. Infield is going to play back. It's a 5-1 lead. They just want to get the out. Gibson will strategy roll first. That's a 19. Nothing happening. Gibson will make the pitch. 5-1 against the lefty. Walk plus, and that'll walk Landreth. And that is 4 wide ones by Gibson. Did not get any of them all over the plate. 4 straight balls on bases on balls there. And that's the first walk given up by Gibson. He had 112 of them in 61. Still does not have a strikeout in this game. Infield now will go to double play depth. And the batter will be Alou. Alou is 1 for 1 with a single. Baseball with the Demos joins us here at Busch Stadium. No, you're not late. I am. Getting it there. I was listening to you in the car when you were talking about the stolen base issue you had. I'm not exactly sure what you had. You said you had a double steal, a runner on second, and a runner on first. So what was your question? I don't think I understood the question, what you were asking about double steals. So you go ahead and tell me in the chat what your question was. Good for a good late night pun. Yeah, good one. I'll suspend the block dragons here since the late game. I'm just trying to roll it through. So Mays on at third, Landreth on at first. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 12. Gibson will go ahead and make a pitch. Gibson, 4-1, range play. Alou, 5-3. It's a ground ball to short. The ball is hit the Gramis. His range is a 1 with the infield at double play depth, and he's not going to get it. That's going to be a base hit past short. Mays will come in to score as the Giants will get at least 1 run back. Landry at the base running rating of 2. He will hold at second. Alou holds at first. The Giants get a run back. It's now 5-2 on an RBI single by Alou. Next batter will be Pagan. And Pagan is 1 for 1. So runner on first. Runners on first and second. Infield double play depth. All right. I'll answer the question when I get done with the inning. So, or I should say the half inning. So now a 5-2 ball game. And Gibson a little bit of trouble. Nothing on the strat. Gibson with the pitch. 1-5. Possible error. Pagan, 3-6. And that's a ground ball to third. And that ball is hit to Boyer. His error rating is a 9. He won't make an error this time. And this one is hit in the hole. So the double play chance will go from second to first. So 3-3-3-4. Second base, Javier, 0 pivot, 1-4. It'll be a double play, and they got it, and that'll retire the side. A nice play by Boyer, who does not make an error, and that is a 5-4-3 double play to end the inning. 1 run on 2 hits for the G-men, and they know they probably should have gotten more than that, but they are now down 5-2 to the Cardinals. Let me have a look at the question here. So runner on first and second, strategy rolls for steal. Runner stole second successfully. Does trail runner double steal? Ramirez stole third. Murphy was runner on first. So runner on first and second, the strategy roll for steal. So both runners were able to get a steal because if the runner on second, so remember, the runner on second trying to steal. If you're rolling for a strategy roll, you're running the first to see if there's going to be for the runner that has an open base to steal. You're not rolling for the runner on first if you got runners at first and second. You're only rolling for the guy on second base to try to steal third. Now, if he does get the jump, and the runner on first also has a jump, then you also get the jump. Then you have the option for a double steal. It is not an automatic steal. It is not an automatic double steal. Okay, if the runner on second, if both runners can steal. So if you got a runner on second with a stolen base rating of 15, but his jump rating is a 4, and you roll a 2, which means he gets the jump. If then you look at the runner on first and his stolen base rating is like 8. Okay. So they both got the jump. Ramirez got the jump, did not check to think Murphy. Yeah, you got to check the runner on first, too, to see if they did. Now, if they both got the jump, you can do a double steal. And if you do a double steal, according to the rules, you can only throw to one base to try to get the out you want. Okay? Pretty much. So you can have the catcher throw to third or throw to second to get the out. Remember, of course, you'll probably make the decision depending, of course, which runner has the lower stolen base rating. So if you have a runner on second, so as I said, a runner on second and his stolen base, his attempt is a 4, you roll a 2, and you got a runner on first, his attempt is a 3, and you roll, and of course you use the same die roll for both, so they both would get the jump. And if you want to roll a double steal, you can do it. But the catcher does get a chance to throw to one base, and you would probably choose to go ahead and maybe, I don't know, I think you'll probably at least try to get an out, in that regard. So runners at first and second. As far as doing a double steal with a runner on third, I'm still working on a rule for that, but a house rule for that. He really doesn't have a rule for the runner on third on a double steal attempt. He really doesn't have one, and I keep on forgetting to ask him that question. But I hope that helped you out there, baseball demos. So if they both got the jump, they can do a double steal, but the catcher gets to throw to one base. You can't do I've never seen a stolen base double play. I've never seen like the catcher throw to third because he still has to be tagged. He still has to be tagged out, okay, because even if both runners attempt there, it's not a force. It's not a force play because there's nobody behind the runner on first base for it to be a force. So it still has to be a tag in order to get the out. Still waiting on a 1993 or 1990 inside. Don't, you may not be waiting long. He is saying he is working on the 90s. Let's go to the bottom of the fourth here. 5-2 Cardinals. And Don Tausig will lead off for the Redbirds. He's 1 for 1. McCormick will stay out on the mound a little while longer. This is 1961, not 2022. 5-3, strikeout, 16 is high. Tausig, 6-2, it's a fly to left. That'll be handled by Alou for the out. One down here is Grammas. Grammas 0 for 1. McCormick with the pitch. 4-1, possible error. Grammas, 1-1, pop up to first base, and that's hit to McCovey. McCovey's error rating is an 11. That's an 18. He'll make the catch. 2 down. On a pop out to first. And here's Schaefer. Schaefer 1 for 1 with a single and scored a run. McCormick with the pitch. 6-3, error on a throw. Getting a lot of error checks today. Schaefer, 5-1. That's a line drive to third. That'll be caught by Davenport, and that'll end it. A nice job by McCormick. 1, 2, 3 go the Redbirds. They still have a 5-2 lead after 4. Top of inning number 5. And hey, if one of my favorites, Al Red Sox fan, can do a late night games like he likes to do, that's one. Unfortunately, as much as I want to watch him, some of his games, his broadcasts are so late, I really can't get to them. But if he can do some late night gaming for baseball, football, basketball, or hockey, because he is the master of all trades, I can do a late night game too. Mike McCormick, is he going to lead off? Let's see. Down 5-2. What are we in, the 5th? No, he'll bat. Gibson will go ahead and pitch to McCormick. McCormick is 0 for 1. Gibby, 5-5. That's a blank. McCormick, a 1-1, and it's a ground out to second. Easy play there by Javier. One down for Amalfitano, and he's 1 for 2, got a double his last time up. Gibson with the pitch. 6-4. Home run chance. Let's see, against the righty, a 1-14. The 15 is too high. Amalfitano, 4-5. Instead, he grounds 1 to third. That will be handled by Boyer. So Amalfitano can't do anything with that pitch, although it wasn't really a mistake by Gibby. Here is Davenport. Davenport is 1 for 2, singled and reached on an error. Hoot with the pitch. 1-3, strikeout 8, and he will get him this time. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That's the first strikeout for Gibson. He had 166 of them that year, but he gets his first strikeout here, and 1, 2, 3 go the Giants. We will go to the bottom of the 5th, with the Cardinals holding a 5-2 lead here. Leading off for the Redbirds will be Bob Gibson, and he is 0 for 1. McCormick, he will make the pitch. 1-5, that's a pitcher result. A 1-4 is an out. The 12 is too high. Gibson, 1-6, we popped it up right to the pitcher, and McCormick will have no problem gloving it for the out. Javier is next. He's 1 for 2. McCormick will make the pitch. 5-2 against the righty. That's going to be an out. It will be a fly out to center. Handled by Say Hey Willie for out number 2. And now we will see Flood. Flood is 1 for 2. McCormick settles up for the pitch. 1-1, strikeout 7. That is going to be, it's just going to miss. Flood is a 7, but -1 makes him a 6. 6-4, and Flood instead is going to get a single to center. That'll be a base hit. His second hit of the game. So Flood gets on first. The next batter is James. James is 0 for 2. Flood had 6 stolen bases that year. That's a 7. He'll stay where he is. McCormick, 2-3. Strikeout. The 15 is high. James, a 4-6 hit. That is a fly ball to center field. Say Hey Willie Mays will get to that one. He will make it easy, and that'll end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Redbirds. It's still 5-2 in favor of the Cardinals. As he said, he is beginning to work on the 90s. He knows he's got to get the 90s, the 2000s done. He still has to do 1957. That's really the last hole he has to make. 1957, which I kind of reminded him about that he should get that done. I told him, I kind of asked him, I said, if you do it in the schedule I just gave him, so if he does 1957 and 1990, he will have complete chronology all the way from 56 to 90. But he said he wants to do like a season from early 90, a season from late 90, early 90, late 90, like kind of like meet in the middle. And he does want to get the rest of the 2000s done as well. I mean, I know it takes him a while to make seasons, but I know he's working on them. He is, don't worry. And hopefully we can add a new season, and hopefully we get to add 1 or 2 more seasons come the next Inside Pitch season selection show before the World Series of 61. We go to the top of the 6th here. Cardinals have a 5-2 lead. Stretch. Willie McCovey leads off. He's 0 for 2. Gibson with the pitch. 6-4, home run chance against the lefty, a 1-18, and believe it or not, that's a 20. He does not get it. McCovey, 2-4, and instead he chops one to first, handled by White, out number 1, and Gibson does not throw a mistake, although he thought it was, and McCovey just swung at a pretty decent pitch. Here's Say Hey Willie, he's 1 for 2 with a double. Gibson with the pitch. 2-3, strikeout 1. Yep, swing and a miss. Struck him out. He'll go ahead and get Mays. And that is strikeout number 2 for Gibby. And it will now bring up Cepeda. Cepeda is 0 for 2. Gibson won the pitch. 3-6, strikeout 6. And yep, he will get him. Cepeda swings at a low fastball, and he was way over that one, and that'll struck him out. That's a 3rd strikeout for Gibby. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for the Giants. The Cardinals still hold 5-2 here in a very important game for the Cardinals, trying to stay close to the top 4 spots in the National League. And right now the Giants still have the Dodgers breathing down their necks, so they're looking for wins as well. Leading off for the Redbirds will be Ken Boyer. Boyer having a great night. 2 for 2, a triple and a homer. He did make an error in the field, but with that home run, he made up for it. McCormick will go ahead and make the pitch. 5-4, walk 14. Yes, he will walk Boyer. So McCormick will go ahead and walk Boyer to lead off the inning. So Boyer gets on base for the 3rd time, and that's only the first walk given up by McCormick. He had 72 of them in 61. Infield double play depth here is White. White is 0 for 2. Boyer 6 stolen bases that year. That's a 20. McCormick, he tries to get Boyer off of first. He already has a pickoff in this game, and he's going to have another one. Picked him off. That is an 8, and he'll get Boyer. Another pickoff there by McCormick. He gets Boyer napping, and that's out number 1. Well, Boyer gets picked off at first base. McCormick, 1-8, did pick off a lot of batters that year. So now 1 out, White with back with the bases empty. McCormick, 2-5, walk, 12, and yep, that will be a walk. So it's a good thing McCormick did pick him off, otherwise he'd have runners at first and second. Another walk given up by McCormick. That is his second. And here comes Tausig. Tausig 1 for 2. Infield back, a double play depth. Strategy roll 15. Nothing happening this time. McCormick will pitch. 5-4. Walk 18. No, he'll just miss. Tausig 4-5. That's a fly ball to left field. And it will be Felipe Alou getting to that one. And that is out number 2. 2 away for Grammas. Grammas is 0 for 2. White on it first. McCormick against Grammas. Infield is now normal. And that is a 1. White actually gets the steal sign. But with a stolen base rating of 8, I'm not going to let him go. McCormick will pitch to Grammas. McCormick, 1-5. That's a pitcher result against a righty. That 3 is going to be good. It's going to be an out, and it will be a fly to right. Cepeda will get to that one. And what looked interesting here for the Cardinals, they end up with nothing across except a couple of walks. After 6, Cardinals still lead 5-2. Astros rigged their way into the baseball demos' 1986 playoffs. Well, as I meant to say here for the 1986 season, since David Baseball Demos used the Stratomatic simulation engine, why is it that for some reason, I don't know if Stratomatic is really biased against the Red Sox, but every Stratomatic replay that I've seen for 1986, whether it was Baseball Demos, Dave Gardner when he did his Roger Clemens thing, and of course someone's doing it also on the Facebook for it as well. The Red Sox severely underachieve. I do not know what is wrong with that engine. I mean, the Mets still get up there. The Astros, they get up there. The Angels, they get up there. But for some reason, the Red Sox never get up there. They're always like in the middle of the pack or a losing record. I don't know what's up. Something tells me the simulation engine is not simulating the Red Sox very well. Okay, for 1986, that team was dominant that year in the American League. Now, I know baseball demo. Now, it looks like we're going to have a Yankees-Angels ALCS, which I really don't think, and that series that you're going to play, you're going to do payoff pitch with that there, Dave. I'll be honest. I don't know if the Yankees are going to beat the Angels. I think the Angels had had an excellent team. I don't know, but FastScore likes the 73 Royals big time over Oakland. But like I said, engines are different, but that's dice. Dice, you can't really rig. You can do something with the results to maybe get a favorable dice roll. But the thing about it is, I don't know what it is. It's not just like once. I mean, if you were to do FastScore again, Brian B., you'll probably get the Oakland Athletics winning their games. Okay, something like that. But for some reason, the Stratomatic simulation engine for the 1986 season does not like the Red Sox. I do not know why. They were a dominating team in the American League East that year. All right, I just do not know why they are really underachieving in pretty much every single Stratomatic simulation I've seen so far since they re-released the 86 season. They remastered it. I don't know. I really don't. We go to the top of the 7th here. Cardinals lead 5-2. And Hobie Landreth will lead off of the Giants. He's 0 for 1. Gibson still got plenty in the tank. He will continue to pitch. Gibson with the pitch. 3-3, walk, 6. Yep, ball 4. He will go ahead and walk Landreth. And that's the second time Landreth has been walked. And that is the second walk given up by Gibby. Here comes Alou. Alou's got a good night tonight, 2 for 2. Infield, a double play depth. He's got 2 singles. Nothing happening with the 3. Landreth will stay where he is. Gibson, 3-4. That is a blank. Alou, 2-4. And that is a grounder to second base. 3-3-4. Shortstop, Gramus pivot 0, 1-4. Double play. They got it. 2 outs. So Felipe Alou grounds out into the 4-6-3. And that is the third double play that the Giants have hit into. Actually, I'm sorry. That's the fourth double play they've hit into, because McCormick hit into 1. So 3 ground out double plays and 1 line out double play. Here's Pagan. Pagan is 1 for 2. 2 men down. Gibson, 5-5. That is a blank. He's not tired. Pagan, 6-4. He grounds 1 to second. Javier will take care of that. And that'll retire the side. So, nothing across except a walk. We are at the 7th inning stretch, and I will be right back. Sing, take me out to the ball game. Don't forget, we still got 10-minute ticker coming up after the game. And our next matchup will be tomorrow night. Even we're still gonna have we've got a game tomorrow night. And that date will be August 29th. And I know Brian B will not miss tomorrow night, for his Reds are on the board. We got a big game going back to Forbes Field once again with the Pittsburgh Pirates. They will take on the Cincinnati Reds. The Reds will have Jim O'Toole on the mound for the Reds, and Bob Friend will be on the mound for the Pirates for August 29th. It is the final game that we'll have for the month of August, and of course that begins the pennant race for September. So tomorrow night we got the Reds and the Bucks, O'Toole and against Bob Friend. I know Brian B will not miss his Reds, as the Reds are still trying to get into the top 4. The Milwaukee Braves are right with them. Anything can happen with a month left to play in the 61 regular season. Meanwhile, we go to the bottom of the 7th here. Cardinals leading 5-2. McCormick is going to stay out there and try to pitch. He's due to lead off the 8th. Jimmy Schaefer will lead off for the Redbirds. He's 1 for 2. No nose candy in cards and dice, so those 86 Mets could be in trouble. I'll be honest with you, Steeler fan. I have seen a lot of replays between the Mets and the Astros in 86 in cards and dice with Stratomatic and many others. It's been pretty even. The Astros have won a few and the Mets have won a few. So it's pretty even between those two teams in cards and dice in that NLCS. It really is. I can't tell if it's going to, I don't know if payoff pitch would favor the Mets more or inside pitch, if they played it that way. Since baseball demos is going to use inside pitch for Astros and Mets and payoff pitch for Yankees Angels. I've seen a lot of replays of the Mets and Astros, and I'll tell you, they've been even. No team has dominated either one, really. And they've gone, and pretty much every series has gone at least 6. McCormick will make the pitch. 4-5. That is a blank. Schaefer, 2-4. And against the lefty, Schaefer's going to lead off with a double to right. Another hit by Jimmy Schaefer. And this time it's a double. Gibson is the next batter. Question is, are they going to let him hit? Gibson, 31 batters faced. He can face 31 batters. He's got a few more left. I'm going to let him swing. Bottom of the 7th, I'll let him swing. Al, you got a runner on second base. You know what? I don't know. Do I take him out? I know this is 1961. Who wins the spin in 1986 using Cadico? As Justin Ludwig joins us here at Busch Stadium. Cadico. Huh, jeez. Talk about old school. Talk about old school baseball gaming. I'm going to let Gibson swing. McCormick will make the pitch. 3-1, strikeout, and 15, yep, got him. So Gibson will go down on a K, and that is strikeout number 4 from McCormick, and that's the first out. One down for Javier. Javier is 1 for 3. And let's see McCormick trying to get out of this here. He can pitch to 2 more batters before tiring. Strategy rolls. I'm actually supposed to roll it. Nothing happening. McCormick with the pitch. 5-3. Strikeout 7. Nope, that's high. Javier, a 1-1. It's a fly to center field. That'll be caught by Say Hey Willie. And that is out number 2. And Schaefer will not try to go to third. He will stay put. 2 away, and now the batter is Flood. Flood having a good night tonight. 2 for 2. 2 singles. Schaefer on at second. McCormick trying to finish the game on a high note. That 12 is too high. McCormick will make the pitch. 2-1. That is a home run result. Flood needs a 2, though. Did not have many home runs. Needs a 3 against the lefty. The 20, not happening. Flood, 2-6, and instead he chops one to first, and Stretch McCovey will handle that himself, and McCormick will at least finish the game pretty well. No runs and a hit after 7. The Cardinals still have a 5-2 lead. So we will now go to the top of the 8th. Who wins the spin? Cadico. Cadico All-Star Baseball. Jeez. Talk about old school. Let's see. So top of the 8th inning, Gibson will continue to pitch. He's got some left in his tank as well. And that's going to be it from Mike McCormick. They will bring on a pinch hitter for him. So the Giants will go to the bench. And let's see what they're going to bring on to bat. And it's going to be, it's going to be Harvey Keene. 265 average, 5 homers, 46 RBIs. Keene will come on to bat against Gibson. Top of the 8th, 5-2. Gibson with the pitch. 5-1 against the righty. That is a blank. Keene, 4-1. Hits a fly ball to right. Tausig will have plenty of room. And that is out number 1. Here's Amalfitano. And he is 1 for 3 with a double. Gibby makes the pitch. 4-1. Range play. Amalfitano, 6'4". That's a ground ball to second base. It's hit to Julian Javier. His range is a 3. That is a 2. Nice play by Javier. And he'll range over to his left. He'll throw across his body and get the out, and that is out number 2. Nice play there. And here comes Davenport. Davenport is 1 for 3. Singled and reached on an error. Gibby, he'll go ahead and pitch. 5-1 against the righty. That is a blank. Davenport, 1-2, and he popped it up to short. And Gramis will get to that with no problem at all. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Gibson. A nice job for him. And it remains 5-2 here going into the bottom of the 8th. Reliever, 70s reliever Ken Frailing passed away. I don't know him, I'm afraid. Or at least he's not that familiar to me. Ken Frailing. I'll have to look him up. But whoever he was, may he rest in peace. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Cardinals will have Charlie James lead off. And he is 0 for 3. Giants need a pitcher. And they got what? They got 2 righties and a lefty coming up. And the Giants are going to bring out Bobby Bolin. 2 wins, 2 losses, 5 saves, a 3.19 ERA. Bobby Bolin will be the second Giants pitcher. So bottom of the 8th, 5-2. Cardinals looking for some insurance. Bolin, 6-1, walk, 8. No, that is high. James, 3-1. That's going to be a base hit to left field. James leads off with a single. A nice hit to left. And that's his first hit of the game for the Redbirds. Cardinals looking for some insurance. Here comes a guy that can get him that, and that's Boyer. Boyer 2 for 2, a triple and a bomb, and he walked his last time up. Infield, a double play depth. Strategy rolls are off. I think I had him on the board. Cubs, and I think Oakland. Ken Frailing. I'll have to look. Maybe I did. I don't remember. Maybe I did. I don't know. James on it first. Strategy rolls are off. Bolin. 1-6 against the righties. Strikeout plus, and that 13 will be good. That's a called strike 3 on Boyer. And that's a strikeout. As they go ahead and get Boyer. Boyer caught looking at a ball right down the middle. And that's the first strikeout for Bolin. Here's White. White is 0 for 2 with a walk. James on it first. Bolin trying to keep this a 5-2 game. Bolin, 3-1. That's at the park. Busch Stadium, 6-3. It's a fly ball to center field, and that will be a fly out because Bolin does have Special K. A 1-4 would have been a strikeout. That is a 9. That is a fly out to center, and that is out number 2. As Bolin does have Special K results, you got to check it out. So now the batter is Tausig, and he's 1 for 3. 2 men down. Will RJ add bigger dice when he gets to a season that uses bigger bases? I was thinking about that, actually. Bolin will go ahead and make the pitch. Bolin, 1-6 against the righties. Strikeout plus, 10, got him. And Bolin does the job for the G-Men. 2 strikeouts for him. No runs and a hit for the Cardinals. And the Giants, though, trail by 3. In this big important game, more for this big important game really for both teams, as the Giants are still trying to hold off the Dodgers for the number 1 spot in the National League. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Super strikeout, not strikeout plus. Yeah, I know. Now on, usually if a strikeout plus comes on or a super K or something like that, it's going to be a called strike 3 or something. Top of the 9th inning, Cardinals lead 5-2. Baseball Demos had some serious 9th inning magic in his game today. Check it out, though. He also had the San Francisco Giants on the board, and they played the Atlanta Braves. So in his game for the NBC Game of the Week, one of the more exciting games he's had. Maybe a Game of the Year candidate for Dave at Baseball with the Demos. So top of the 9th. And Willie McCovey leading off for the Giants. Cardinals have to face the tough hitters here. Gibson is not tired, at least not yet. He can pitch to 3 more batters, I think. Let's see, 29, 30. No, he can pitch to 2 more batters before tiring. They're going to see if Gibson can go the distance here. Gibson's only given up 2 runs, so Gibson's going to go under his ERA. Could be bad managing, bringing in Cliff Speck. What do you know? Who knows? Sometimes the dice roll that way. Gibson will go ahead and make the pitch. 5-4. Strikeout 7. He got him. Struck him out. That's a strikeout for Gibson. And that is his 4th strikeout. So he gets a swing and a miss. And that's out number 1 to get McCovey. Here comes Say Hey Willie. Mays is 1 for 3 with a double. Fans here at Busch Stadium hoping Gibson can close this game out. Gibson, 3-1, strikeout 8. That's high. Mays, a 4-4. He pops it up to first. And it will be Bill White getting to that. And that's going to be out number 2. 2 down. Last chance for the Giants. Orlando Cepeda. And he is 0 for 3. Gibson is now tired. But they're going to see if he can get 1 more out. Fans here at Busch Stadium on their feet. Gibson will go ahead and make the pitch. Gibson, 5-1 against a righty. That's a blank. Cepeda, 2-6, and he grounds it right back to Gibson. Gibson has it. Pumps once, pumps twice, throws to first. That's your game. Cardinals will beat the Giants tonight, 5-2 in a late night feature here at Busch Stadium on the network. Stadium cheers. Yay! 3 up and 3 down go the Giants, and a nice win for the Cardinals here to beat the Giants 5-2. A game that the Cardinals really had to have in this as we get closer, as we're only a couple of days away from the pennant race. Final line score coming right up. For the Cardinals, 5 runs on 9 hits and 1 error. For the Giants, 2 runs on 6 hits and 1 error. The winning pitcher, of course, is Bobby Hoot Gibson. He goes the distance and gets the win. Mike McCormick will be saddled with the loss. So a nice win for the Cardinals, and they needed it pretty much to try to stay close with the Braves and maybe hoping catch the Reds. But what does 10-minute ticker have to say? We're about to find out. 10-minute ticker is coming right up. Hope you guys didn't mind a little very late night baseball. But I did want to get the game in because I will be taking a day off on Monday because tomorrow's game for August is the last game for August. And, of course, I always take a break in between the months as we're getting ready to begin the 1961 pennant race. Meanwhile, it is time for the 10-minute ticker brought to you by FastScore Baseball of Replay Sports. And Baseball Demos has a very shameful plug, and he should be ashamed of himself. Monday night, Strat Demolition, Cincinnati Reds against the Cleveland Baseball Club, formerly known as the Indians, now known as the Guardians. And then Wednesday, he has some APA, 1978. The San Francisco Giants taking on the Chicago Cubs from the friendly confines of Wrigley Field. So let's see. So the Cardinals do get the win on the Giants, 5-2. Let's begin the ticker. We'll start with August 26th. Cleveland and the White Sox. Cleveland, 15-42. And that is a 5. That's a very important series for the Indians, by the way. White Sox, 12-54. And that is 7. And that's going to be a win for the White Sox as the Indians are now beginning to fade. Yankees and the A's. Yankees still chasing the Tigers. Yankees 18-21. And that, believe it or not, is only 3. Athletics 125. And that's 2. And the Yankees will beat the A's. Boston and the Angels. Red Sox 8-21. And that's 2. Angels 12-56. And that is 7. The Angels beat the Red Sox. Red Sox got to stay with the White Sox, although it looks like with the Indians failing, it looks like both Sox teams should make the postseason, but they may be playing that one American League wild card playoff. Baltimore, Minnesota. Baltimore, 18-54, and that is 18-54. That is 8. Twins, 5-31, and it's 3, a win for the O's. Dodgers and the Reds. Reds trying to hold on to 4th place. Dodgers, 22-35, and that is 6. Reds, 9-25, and that is 3. And the Dodgers will beat the Reds, which means the Cardinals did gain a game on them. Cubs and the Pirates. Cubs, 7-65, that is 8. The Pirates 11-12. That's going to be 1, and it'll be a win for the Cubs. So the Pirates don't do anything there. On to August 27th, doubleheader. A couple of doubleheaders in the state. Game Cleveland White Sox doubleheader, game number 1. Decided to do APA base and keep it simple. That is just fine, sir. Cleveland and the White Sox, game 1. Cleveland 9-52, and that is 5. White Sox 10-55. and that is 6. The White Sox win that one. Game number 2, Cleveland 11-21, that is 3. White Sox 9-23, and that is also 3. They will tie. Cleveland rolls a 6. White Sox roll a 2. And that's going to be a win for the Indians, so they will split the twin bill. Yankees and the A's. Yankees 17-25, and that is 4. Athletics 362, and that is 6. And that's a tough loss for the Yankees against Kansas City. Boston and the Angels. Red Sox 11-44, that is 5. Angels 7-45, and that is also 5. They will tie. Red Sox roll a 2. Angels roll a 6. -2 is 4, and that's going to be another win for the Angels as the Red Sox are beginning to lose some games, although I still think they're still in pretty good shape. Baltimore and Minnesota. Orioles trying to catch the Tigers also. Baltimore 9-25, and that is 3. Twins 354, and that is 5. The Twins will beat the O's. Detroit and Washington doubleheader. Tigers trying to stay ahead of the Yankees. Tigers 10-52 and 6 runs. Washington 116, that is 1 run. The Tigers win the first game of the doubleheader. Game number 2, Detroit 17-21, and that is 3. Senators 561, and that is 6, and they'll split the twin bill. Dodgers and the Reds, big doubleheader. You kind of dog Appa sometimes, but the game is actually pretty fun. Appa is fun. It is a fun game. It's just, to me, to me, because of the way they do it is pretty fun. It is. Just to me, it's predictable because if you roll a double 1 or if you roll a 2 or you roll a 12, you roll an 11 or you roll, double 1s or double 6s, it's a home run usually. Game 1, Dodgers 7-44, and that is 4. Reds 10-11-0. The Dodgers will beat the Reds in the first game. Game number 2, Dodgers 7-32, and that is 3. Reds 9-54, and that is 6. And they will split the twin bill. Milwaukee and Philadelphia. But of course, my main reason why I also dog Appa, the reason why I dog Appa abstracts pitching. I just don't know how you do that. So a grade A Sandy Koufax is the same thing as a grade A as a grade A Tony Gonsolin or something? No. Milwaukee and Philadelphia, a big doubleheader here for the Braves. Now that the Reds are losing a couple of games. Game 1, Milwaukee 18-55, and that is 8. Phillies 5-65, and that is also 8. Wow, they tie them. There's a big roll. Milwaukee rolls a 2. Phillies roll a 6. -3 is 3. And the Phillies are going to beat the Braves. That's a bad loss. Game number 2, Milwaukee 11-46, and that is 5. Phillies 7-33, and that is 3, and they'll split the twin bill. Cubs and the Pirates in a doubleheader. Game 1, Cubs 6-31, and that is 3. Pirates 17-43, and that is 6. Pirates will win that one. Cubs and the Pirates game 2. Cubs 12, and that's going to be 1. Pirates 20-32, and that is 5. The Pirates will win both games on the Cubs. Giants and the Cardinals. Marichal on the mound for this one. Giants 10-32, and that is 4. Cardinals 8-35, and that is also 4. They will tie. A big roll coming up here. Giants roll a 5, -2 is 3. Cardinals roll a 3, -1 is 2. The Giants will go ahead and beat the Cardinals in that one. Would inside pitch play any differently if all of the star line results for a batter were in column 1? Would inside pitch play any differently if all of the star line results for a batter were in column 1? No, not really. Not really. No, it wouldn't. It really wouldn't. Um I mean, if you were to put like star line 1, star line 2, star line 3, star line 4, 1 in 36 is 1 in 36 regardless of where results are on the card. You see, that's a thing. It's still a 1 in 36. But the thing about it, though, Justin, is that inside pitch, every single card is different. Okay, where you don't know where a home run is going to be, you know. But in APA, 66 is, you're correct. 66 is 1 in 36, which is true. But the thing about it is, an 11 is usually a home run, and a 66 is usually a home run. It doesn't work that way, no matter who the pitcher is, though, Justin. So if I have Sandy Koufax, okay, at least in basic, if I have Sandy Koufax on the mound and a 1 is rolled and an 11 is rolled, it's a home run. If I have Bob Gibson on the mound and 11 is rolled, it's a home run. So, I'm not knocking APA. It's just that they abstract pitching. They have 4 pitching grades for APA, A, B, C, and D. That's it. And I just don't see how, and they don't have pitcher cards. So I just don't understand. At least Stratomatic, which, a lot of us still like and such. But Baseball Demos is right. Like a payoff pitch, a high 90 roll on D10s is usually an auto flyout. Okay. In inside pitch, you really have to look at the card to see what happens. You really have to look at it. And every card is different. Every card is different in inside pitch. Moving on to August 28th, Boston and Kansas City. Red Sox slumping a little bit here. Boston 13-13. Ain't going to get it done either. That's 2. Kansas City 752, and that's going to be 5, and that'll be a win for the Athletics. Baltimore and the Angels, Orioles 745, and that is 5. Angels 315, and that is 1. That'll be a win for the O's. Detroit and Washington, Tigers 1425, and that is 4. Senators 312, that is 0, and the Tigers will beat the Senators. Milwaukee at Philadelphia, Braves 1924, and that is 4. Phillies 046, that's 3. The Braves will beat the Phillies. Cubs and the Pirates, Cubs 1223, and that is 3. Pirates 14-11, and that's 0. Wow, Cubs beat the Pirates there. Not that many games on the 28th. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. One other thing, though, Justin, about APA. To me, the only way to play APA is the master game. Now, that at least makes pitching a lot more really gets pitching more into the game, because the master game has pitcher levels like grade 11, 12, 13, 14. So a pitcher that usually a pitcher that really is a high grade can make a big difference. The master game, to me, which I have a copy of the master book of APA, even though a lot of people think it's clunky. Okay, the master game for APA is kind of clunky, but there are ways to get around that. There are ways to get around the clunkiness of APA. There's charts you can create that make it play a lot quicker. Okay. But the thing about it, though, is the master game is really the only way to play APA. Basic, if you just want to sit down and play a quick game of baseball, APA, and not really worry about this and that, just roll the dice, whatever the chart says is what it is. You know what? APA Basic, nothing better. Really nothing better, because the chart book reveals everything you need. You don't have to go to 1,000 charts. APA Basic, roll your dice. There's your number. Check the chart. And that's what happens. Okay. There is nothing quicker in my mind than APA Basic. If you just want to sit down and play a quick game of baseball with 2 teams, and not have to worry about all the stuff, APA Basic is for you. If you want to sit down with a little bit more, if you want to sit down with a little bit more stuff that happens, Stratomatic Basic is for you, okay? Because it does use some charts, but Stratomatic Basic also plays very quickly and very fast. The main reason why a lot of people have issues with a few people with inside pitch is because of the base running. But like I said, create this and your base running problems are solved. Tomorrow night, we will have more exciting action. It will be August 29th. It will be the final game in the month of August. And then we will have a day off on Monday. And the 1961 pennant race begins on Tuesday. But tomorrow night, it will be the Cincinnati Reds taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates. A huge game for both teams. Jim O'Toole will pitch for the Reds, and Bob Friend will pitch from the Pirates from the confines of Forbes Field. So join us tomorrow night for some great baseball action, probably as soon as I'll probably start that game after the second football game, like I usually do during football season. So don't miss it tomorrow night. Reds, Pirates, O'Toole, and Friend. Be there or be square. As Baseball Demos gives condolences to the Notre Dame fans. Yes, I knew when Notre Dame came out with rank number 5, I knew they were seriously overrated, and everyone didn't believe me at work. Now they will apologize to me on Monday. Justin Ludwig, baseball with the Demos. Doug Hunt, Steeler fan. Let's see what we got here. Brian B., of course. Philip Reynolds. And that's and of course, everybody who was lurking in the chat and Doug Hunt and was lurking in the chat and decided not to say anything. That is fine. Thank you for joining me for a late night game of baseball. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you tomorrow night after the last football game, I should say, at about 7:30, something like that. Cardinals get a win on the Giants tonight. A nice win for them, and they needed it. 5-2. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Take care.